Hello, everyone. Welcome to Joe Consumes Cinema. I'm your host. You can huff and puff all you like, Lord King. You'll never knock these walls down. You built them too strong. And today we have The Last Kingdom, Season 4, Episode 10, the finale episode. So I think we're at a really pivotal moment in the show here. Citrigar is an interesting character. He's something new, and I think that is something that the show desperately needs right now. And I think the worst thing that could happen in this episode would be for the Danes to be defeated outright, Citrigar to be killed, and just the pattern repeats itself once more where new Danish threat pops up, immediately gets eliminated. I'm actually hoping what I watched this episode is Edward's death, even though I like the character, because we need something in the show to change, because right now we're just falling into the same old pattern, unfortunately, and they deal with it, and then until the next one pops up. We do need a change, and I think Citrigar might be just the character to bring about that change. Now, I don't know exactly how it's going to go, and I could see some potential pitfalls for him. Right now, he's thinking, beyond the typical pattern, and Brita is very much just ingrained in that type of thinking. You saw in the previous episode she was upset when he was talking bad against Danish warriors that had come before him, and he pointed out rightly, where are all of them now? They were all brave Danish lords, but ultimately I would say small men that don't have much of a legacy that lives on after. Brita took real exception to that, but it's true. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see how this unfolds. We should get immediately towards the siege of Winchester, and yeah, I don't want to wait any longer. In fact, I'm gonna skip my usual, Patreon link down below. With that, let's get right to it. Oh my god, Elsbeth might be right. He might literally just burn it all down.
Do you intend to set a fire? Yes. We encircle them and draw them out.
Lord King, the heart of Wessex will be burnt to ash.
So the heathen burns in hell. It is a risk I am resolved to. What are my choices, Uhtred?
30 days we have tried and failed.
30 days.
Try again to speak with Sigtryggr. This silence may be a sign he looks for another way.
They do not want to speak. We win, or they do.
Our families are prisoners.
Oldham, what news?
Lady Ethelflaed sent me here to tell of a great victory. She has taken Ethelwich, and the Danes there have submitted to her rule. She now travels south with her army.
That's good news. Okay, so this siege has been going on for 30 days and they still can't make the Danes budge.
King Edward sends you this message of intent.
Jesus.
Is this the last of the bread?
I'm not keeping count of that either.
Yeah, 30 days being surrounded, they would run very low on food.
Sigtryggr, I need Uhtred to come out and fight. This will force his hand.
Dampen the roofs, protect the walls from fire.
Here.
He's actually protecting her?
Where is the water?
You finished it. There is a plant that flowers in the courtyard. The purple blooms, when dissolved in water, are tasteless. It was planted there. Should this situation ever arise?
Damn.
Give me the king's heir.
That child is the king's firstborn.
Which of these two children is more precious to his heart?
I'm the elder brother. I should be chosen.
Oh, goddamn kid.
I will take them both.
I swear to you, I will find another way.
Lord King!
Lower your weapons! Your sons want to see their father!
Do not approach the gate.
I will give you one of your sons, if you retreat, and you may choose which.
If I choose one child, what happens to the...
It's impossible.
If we show weakness now, he will make a show of cruelty.
I cannot.
King's in hell.
What would you do?
Much the same as him. Be broken by it. To kill the man they call the Daneslayer would bring great reputation. He might want that. And Brida will want revenge for her enslavement in Wales. Let me offer myself. It is worth trying.
This plan is crazy even for Uhtred.
Then Wessex would once again be in your debt.
But I killed him.
What? I've learned a lot about him from his daughter.
Send out both the children, and I will walk into Winchester.
Edward can make other heirs. He cannot make another Uhtred.
Bring him to me.
Or will be avenged when you suffer as I have suffered.
I swear that you shall have him when I am finished with him.
I don't need your help.
Lord Aethelhelm trying to get his hands on that flower so he can kill himself and his daughter.
Drink enough water, then give me back the jug. After that point, do not drink any more.
Oh god, he's gonna poison Elsbeth.
You are fast.
I think you're not trying.
I've been reading his chronicle. You are not in it.
Alfred did not want it known how much he owed to a heathen.
She's told me much about you. I wonder if that puts us on common ground.
Do you wish to strike a bargain? What is it you want?
Peace and land. All we have to do is get Edward to agree to a meeting.
Essen, what's happening in there?
Sigtryggr seeks a truce.
This old guard Danish rift is interesting. She's not looking for land and peace. She wants revenge and to kill every Christian she can get her hands on. Uhtred's sword. Are they going to think he's dead? Oh god. Poison water. Fucking Aethelhelm is ruthless.
No, I'm begging, Lord King. Just give him more time. Do not attack whilst he is within, please, Lord.
It is painful to speak it, but your lord has lost a battle he could never win.
Brita threw that knowing what would happen.
If you have your sons, you have everything you need for Alfred's line to thrive. Walls can be rebuilt, palaces, even tombs.
But we should not put that above the lives of innocents.
No, Ethelfled is right.
I beg you, give Lord Uhtred
Lord
more
Uhtred
time.
is already dead.
We cannot hand Winchester over to the Danes for the life of one man.
Set the haystacks close to the gates. Add shit and lime so they may choke on the stench. We force men from the ramparts and into the streets, breach the gates and slaughter them.
A little bit of chemical warfare going on here. Jesus. Pouring tar and pitch down on them.
They are at the gates, and I do not want to be here for the fight. And you are coming with me.
No.
You betray me, all will suffer.
Have they hashed out a plan? Jesus Christ, he's got to move through this fight unarmed. Well, he's got a shield now, at least. It's just way too confusing right now.
You wish to talk with us?
There will be no negotiation until we see the captives.
She's sick.
I want Ethelwich and the lands that surround it.
No, we have just recaptured Ethelwich. We can offer you East Anglia. It is bigger and has access to your homeland from the sea.
I want Ethelwich.
I cannot agree.
It is unclear what your choices are.
Perhaps we should consider it.
He would be on my border.
I'll leave you to trade between yourselves. I'll find my daughter.
Oh, fuck.
It is never over.
I will not kill you. No Grit's child. Fight on them, they will kill you!
Kill me. I will take revenge on all those who have betrayed me, and I will not rest until they suffer at my hand. Do it, or I will be your undoing.
Just leave.
He will take Ethelwich and agree never to enter Wessex, Mercia, or East Anglia.
Sigtryggr would like to take one of the captives.
Oh, God.
Your daughter.
Which you have refused.
No, they didn't. Did she decide she wanted to stay with him?
We're wanderers, Father. We follow where the gods lead us, and the gods are sending me to Daneland. I want to live amongst my mother's people.
It is over.
Now the question is, has the damage been done? Or, you know, they said... Oh, God, never mind.
Mother?
He will need guidance. Protect him. One Etheling is enough for Winchester. Northumbria is the last kingdom. Without it under one king and under Christ, there will be no England.
It is hard for a father to see his daughter go.
But you were right, Father. Sigtryggr is different.
There was a sense the truce would last. Ambition stalks the Saxon palaces. Brothers may be torn apart, but a throne cannot stay empty. revenge is certain to grow stronger. I have sworn to protect a bastard child.
Okay, took some time just to gather my thoughts. That was the season 4 finale. All in all, I have to actually say that this episode kind of redeemed the season for me. So I was talking shit about Citrigar, Canut's cousin. I now know his name. And it turned out, he actually is something genuinely different. And the show, I think, really, really needed that. It seems to me that as the generations of Danes and Saxons have warred and also kind of grown up with one another, they sort of get used to one another, at least a little bit. And I guess the whole idea taking root is, you know what? We're never going to be able to get rid of either one of these people, so we might as well figure out a way to have us live in, some measure of peace, that sort of thing. The battle this episode was really cool. I talked about it, but the use of, chemical warfare, where Edward came up with this plan to fill these bags with shit and also lime, set it on fire and throw it at, against the walls, causing the Danes to literally, vomit from disgust. Gives Edward and his men, enough of an opening to where they can bring up a ram, batter down the gate, and then actually start laying siege. During all this time, Uhtred and Citrigar actually managed to hash out the beginnings of a negotiation. The details later get finalized between Citrigar, Edward, and also Aethelflaed was there too. The Danes are going to be given land that Aethelflaed recently captured in exchange for guaranteeing that they will never attack Mercia or Wessex ever again. I really just wish this season had been way more about Citrigar and less about Canut's, last failed attempt to, go on the warpath. I think if anything, his story should have been wrapped up a lot sooner and Citrigar should have been introduced a lot sooner. I think that would have fixed the pacing problem that this season had. Because we literally got introduced to Citrigar in episode 7. First he takes the stronghold in Wales. He shows up out of nowhere doing that. Then, not even an episode later, he's sacking Winchester. And it just seems very rushed. And yeah, I really just wish they had allowed this character to be introduced and given a little bit more time to breathe. Because they're genuinely more interesting and, something different that the show, I think, desperately needed. So yeah, I think he's an excellent addition to the show. I hope to see more of him in season 5. And this season probably would have went, overall better with me had he been introduced, a little bit sooner. Got to actually build him up properly. But yeah, I will say that the show has, addressed that main concern where it's just falling into that same trap of, new Danish threat, take him out. Other one pops up, take them out. And it gets tiresome after more than 3 seasons of that. But this is a nice, change of pace and it was desperately needed, I think. Other than that, I imagine that Aethelhelm is going to continue to be a scumbag and just a source of division and a huge problem in season 5. You see in this episode, he comes up with the plan to poison Elswith. She's currently fighting for her life. I'm really hoping that that doesn't kill her. As much as I've disliked that character, she actually really came around this season and finally mellowed out, started acting a lot more rationally, and she was actually a good character this season. So it would really suck for her to get to that point and then only to be killed off right at the start of season 5. That would suck. Uhtred has been given charge of Aethelstan. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work out. But yeah, I imagine that next season we're finally going to get, a resolution to Uhtred finally retaking Bebbanburg for good this time. And the current rift between Edward's 2 sons, even though they themselves seem to be getting along and actually act like brothers with one another, we know that Aethelstan eventually does become king. He is the eldest, even though he's technically a bastard. Aethelhelm is going to do everything in his power to eliminate Aethelstan at this point. He's currently trying to get rid of Elswith. She is one of his biggest supporters and will guide him to the throne eventually. So yeah, I would imagine that that's going to be a major source of political infighting next season. Other than that, overall I think Season 4 was a decent season. I didn't enjoy it quite as much as Season 3. I still think Season 3 is the best season, at least thus far. I think Season 4 kind of dug itself out of this hole that it put itself in with the introduction of Citrigar. That character has done a lot of heavy lifting to kind of, rewrite the wrongs and get them on a better path, I think, for Season 5. I really look forward to Season 5. I should be starting that pretty soon. And yeah, that's all I got. So as always, thanks for watching and peace.